Hey guys, welcome back to Hike Oregon. We are doing a little Central Oregon car camping adventure. I'm here at South Perry Campground and we're gonna go up to Balancing Rocks just to check it out. It's a little viewpoint. And then tomorrow we're gonna do part of the Metolius River Trail. And that hike is a research hike for my new book project. So I walked down through the campground to the water. Campground is lovely. Highly recommend. You want to do boating, paddle boarding, any kind of water on Lake Billy Chinook. Super beautiful. I have no campsite neighbors. So there's a lower campground and an upper campground. The lower campground is more like big trees and much more shaded. I am in the upper campground and it's more like sparse trees, but there's also like very few people up here. Most, like the lower campground is packed. Quick rundown of my car camping setup. So I have my water jug. I just have my small cooler this time because I'm also going backpacking. I am gone for 6 days, but I'm not car camping for 6 days. I just have the cooler for like little things and drinks and watermelon and stuff for like today and tomorrow, basically. And then my car. So I have my bed. I've shown this before, but it's been a while. So I got my bed on one side of it, and then I have my food bag. It didn't all fit in this bag, so 2 food bags. Again, my backpacking food is in here too. I just have to organize it still. I just dumped all the food. Then I have clothing. This is day hiking and backpacking clothes. Again, I have not organized it. I will pack probably tomorrow. And then I have my Reflectix. So this goes in the windows at night for privacy. And then here I have my car camping like battery device thingy, which is really handy. It's like the Jackery but cheaper. And I just keep that down there when I'm driving. And then up front, I just have my 2 backpacks. So I have my backpacking backpack and then my day hiking backpack. I have that, and then my shoes, my sit pad for the camp table. And down here I have my sleeping quilt for backpacking. I didn't want to stuff it in its stuff sack quite yet because I don't like leaving it compressed. So this is the campsite. Super cute, super quiet. Like I said, I don't have any neighbors on either side, so I haven't really heard anyone up here. Good morning. I am here at the start of the trail. It's still on an old road for a while, but it's about 0.3 from the Monty campground, which is a first come first serve campground. Absolutely beautiful, right down by the river. Highly recommend. Also cheaper than the campground that I'm staying at, the South Perry. So we are gonna go and basically hike until where I last stopped. I did this backpacking trip on the middle lower Metolius River a few years ago in early July. It was a great early season backpacking trip. You could do it late June, early July, even mid-June. There's no snow up here. So while you're waiting for all the snow to melt in the epic Cascade backpacking areas, do this. It's glorious. There are no people. There's a few camp spots. That will be in my new project that I'm working on, a Central Oregon backpacking guidebook. So yeah, this is the start of my hike, and I'll catch you on the trail. Just made it to the little campsite where my friend Holly and I stopped and then turned around because we weren't doing a through hike. I would say this is probably best to do as a point to point. However, with the ride thing, it could get a little complicated. So maybe if you have someone to pick you up, that would be great. Otherwise, it's a wonderful out and back if you go all the way to the end. This is a great little campsite here in the trees, and as you can hear, the river is just right through the trees there. So I have gone 4 miles. So if you have someone that's giving you a ride back, you could just hike all the way to Monty Campground and meet your person there. That would be really handy. Definitely some bear tracks right here. I know that kind of looks like cougar, but it is bear because then when you come up here, you see the longer one. That's my foot. It's a medium-sized bear. I don't really care to see it in person just because I'm alone, but I do have bear spray. And they're pretty skittish, so probably wouldn't be a big deal. But yeah, I saw these tracks when I was headed the other way, and they were headed the other way, and now I'm seeing them this way. So I wonder if the bear also turned around. I will say these are fresh. Like I said, I did not see these come in. I saw different ones going the way I was going, and now they're going this way. So these are fresh tracks. So I'm going to continue playing my podcast that I was listening to so that we make some noise. It's actually not that big of a bear because, as you can see, that's his foot and that's my foot. These are size 9 shoe, women's. So I would say not too big of a bear, but yeah, we're just going to keep an eye on these tracks, and I don't know, maybe we'll see them. Back at the car. That was 8 miles exactly on the dot. Literally like no elevation gain, like 100 feet or 200 feet, I don't know, over the whole 8 miles. It's just flat the whole way. Yeah, it's okay. Like I said, I was just trying to fill in that section of the trail that I missed. I knew it wasn't going to be like super epic or anything, just filling in the sections so that I can write about this trail in my upcoming hiking guidebook. I didn't eat lunch on the trail, I just snacked, so I'm gonna go back to the campsite and eat lunch there, relax, and then do a little bit of Hike Oregon work that I need to get done. Okay, I've laid all my food out on the table for my backpacking trip. I just kind of dumped everything in like a big bag and I was just gonna do this later. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm short one lunch. Otherwise, I did pretty darn good considering how stressed I was to pack for both car camping and backpacking. It was kind of a nightmare. So I will show you what I have, and this kind of also helps me talk through it, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Tomorrow I am meeting my friend Holly at the Jefferson Lake trailhead. We're meeting at 10, so I'm gonna need a lunch tomorrow. That's what this is. This is outdoor herbivore like bean and cheese mix. They no longer call it pinhoti pinto queso. It's now like a nacho mix. Tortillas, hot sauce. Then I have a ton of snacks. I have a bar for tomorrow and a bar for the next day. I have Cheez-Its. I have 2 cheese and meat sticks, shot blocks, and then outdoor herbivore ginger berry fusion. Delicious trail mix. I usually don't like trail mix, but that is good. Then I make my own electrolyte mix. So I have my Baja Gold sea salt and Crystal Light. I have dinner for tomorrow night. And then I also have some sleepy time tea and like little honey packets. Then the next morning, I have breakfast. I have creamer and hot chocolate to put in my CS instant coffee. This is dessert. This is just for funsies. And then on the way out, this is what I'm doing. This is where I missed a lunch. So tomorrow I'm actually not gonna have this. I'm going to have the rest of my sandwich from today. Luckily I didn't eat it all. And so I'm just gonna eat that. And then, so many snacks. I have so many snacks. Also, this is protein powder. So I have a whole thing of protein powder, and actually I can bring a whole nother one if I need to, which I might, just in case I get hungry. So then we're basically spending one night at Table Lake, and then we're hiking back out. So that is when I will have this lunch, or we'll just eat it when we get to the trailhead, and then, various snacks. Then from there, we are driving, so we'll get back to the car in the afternoon, like early afternoon, and then we're driving to Duffy Lake trailhead, and we're going to hike into Duffy Lake, which is like just under 4 miles, so shouldn't be a problem. Late afternoon, early evening to hike in there, plus it's a weekday, so shouldn't be too busy. Hike in there, spend the night. That is our biggest mileage day because we're exiting Table Lake and then going into Duffy. So I'm eating this. That's my biggest calorie meal of the trip. So that's my dinner. The next day we're hiking the 8 Lakes Basin Loop, or at least part of it, and we're gonna camp at another lake. So again, I have my bean mix and my tortillas. I have various snacks. That second night of the 8 Lakes Basin Loop, I have this Stowaway Gourmet Bison Black Bean Chili. And then the next morning, that will be Thursday morning, my last morning on trail. Again, I have breakfast and coffee, and again, I have these protein powders as well. Basically the same stuff as I have for the first day, but just for 2 more days. And then my last lunch is, I'm just gonna do a wrap with some tuna. So that is my food meals laid out for the next 4 days of backpacking. Tonight I'm having cheesy Sierra couscous from Outdoor Herbivore, and I put this guy in it, the Alaskan salmon. Super delicious little combo. And then I still have to do that work that I was telling you about. And then I will probably go to bed relatively early, just because I'm super excited to not be alone tomorrow. tomorrow. I'm meeting Holly at 10. So, yeah, just stoked to not be by myself. I have not been alone like this in quite some time. I've done some solo hikes, but lately all my solo hikes have been with my dog. So yeah, this is like hard for me. It's hard to be alone and sit with your feelings. At home, you can distract yourself so easily with, all the apps, social media, and then there's work and there's housework and this and that and people. And so, like, there's just a lot of distractions. So, yeah, it is probably much needed to do this and to have some alone time and stuff like that. But I don't love it. So there's that. But I will say it is very relaxing to like literally not have anything to do because that's so rare unless you're like legitimately on vacation. It's rare to just be like, oh, I have nothing to do for like the next 7 hours. Granted, I do have to do this little bit of work, but like literally the rest of the day, like I took a gander down to the lake again and just like, it's weird. It's weird because I've been so busy lately. I'm going to eat this, do my work, and head to bed. I'm going to sign off here, and I'm going to actually do a separate video for the 2 separate backpacking trips that we're doing. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this wasn't too boring, and I will catch you on the next adventure.